Hello, this is Dragon Tank 1400, and this is All Grown Up Season 5, Episode 4 review. The name of the episode is Superhero Worship. Now, what we got going on in this episode is Chucky likes the superhero Armadillo Dave. And basically, the Armadillo Dave is kind of like a klutz, and he just lets bad guys beat on them until he gets tired, and then he saves the day. And Chucky really kind of relates, as we find later on, Chucky really relates to this character because he's kind of a klutz and everything. Now, Chucky's also supposed to help out Tommy with his mouse maze because he had such a really good one, excellent one from last year. And he kind of gets distracted because of the whole Armadillo Dave getting canceled. And he really gets upset about this. Now, we find out later that it's because he lost his mom, so he kind of knows what it means to lose someone, so that's why he's getting really upset about this. And Tommy and Tommy doesn't understand. The others probably don't understand either, but Tommy's the only one who kind of shows it, so it creates this conflict between Tommy and Chucky, which is like a different kind of conflict than we've seen before, because most of the time the conflict revolves around girls, or like in the last episode it revolved around Tommy liking Kimmy or whatever. This episode though kind of has a similar plot between conflict between Tommy and Chucky. They did do it differently, and the conflict was only real at the end as Tommy and the others try to cheer up Chucky throughout the majority of the episode. So they end up Chucky ends up convincing the creator of Armadillo Dave to write one more comic, even though the guy was kind of a jerk about it. He's probably just fed up with his life, but then he probably realized, I got one fan, I'm gonna put him in my comic and end it the right way, which is good. So we get to see some character development from Chucky, though I believe Rat Traps is kind of a funny name because they did a rat maze in this one. But Rat Traps from last season kind of outshine this in terms of development of Chucky kind of stepping up and kind of being a hero. This one he did the same because Tommy's rat was, really mean. Really mean. And everyone was afraid of it, but Chucky's the one, when it got loose, he was the one who grabbed it and put it back in his cage. And he realized that he was a hero just for something small like that. Whereas opposed to Rat Traps, they actually caught some idiot bad guys, but still, I think Rat Traps kind of outshines this episode in terms of that. However, I think it was still good for character development in terms of we got to see that Chucky. They don't really talk about it much about Chucky losing his mom, and I'm really glad they did because that's something a lot of people can relate to. I cannot relate to myself. I recently lost someone in my family, but I never lost a parent, so I really can't relate to that in that sense, especially at that young age. However, it's good because a lot of people can relate to it, so I really like that putting it in there. Same thing with 2 episodes ago with Trading Places about the whole Kimmy thing about the divorce. So I really like that aspect of it a lot. Now, in terms of the moral from a Christian standpoint, Chaz really has the best line of it. He says something down the lows that he misses his wife that passed, but then he realized he had Chucky to take care of, and then Kira and Kimmy came into the picture, and he said the best way to deal with your problems is to help other people with their problems, and that was really good moral. It's not, from a Christian standpoint, that's not the best way to deal with it, but it is a good way to deal with it. And I think that combined with praying to God and other stuff, that's a good way. It keeps your mind off of it, and you're helping others, and that cheers you up. You really get cheered up when you help others. Really, and that confirms the point of a lot of episodes about being selfless instead of selfish, which is really a Christian standard, really, that all Christians, all people really should live by. They should be selfless and not selfish. And it actually, the happiest people in the world are the people that are selfless and not selfish. So I mean, that's why you get to see like a lot. Well, not some rich people be really miserable and stuff because all they care about is themselves, and they're like missing out. So from a Christian standpoint, it's a really good message. Now from character development, like I said, like Chucky got probably more character development in Rat Traps, but in terms of like developing his character with like dealing with his issues with his mom, yeah, he got like character development there. And I really like that it was Dill that actually told Tommy like that the reason Chucky's upset about losing Armadillo Dave is because he knows what it's like to lose someone, his mom. So I thought it was really good. I thought they could have done better about tying that in more in the beginning because they kind of like tagged it on at the end. But I guess like they didn't want to like reveal it too soon because you wanted to like see things from like Tommy's perspective and stuff like that. Now, we did get to see a little bit of character development from Kimmy. She was like completely against Tommy like putting the mouse in the cage. But we also get, which we've seen from her before, she really loves animals. But we get to see like a little bit of side of her that she's a little bit of a hypocrite when the mouse grabbed her scarf and she's like, "Give it back and I'll make you into like a," I can't remember what she said, but it was really mean. It was like she was kind of embarrassed. So we'll see this like later at the end of a next, not the next episode, but episode coming up about her being a little bit hypocritical about some stuff. But that's just like a fault in her character, and I do like to see them like add that, give like, because a good character has good qualities and bad qualities. So I really like to see that in Kimmy. Now I also like how like everyone was there to help Chucky through like his problems. I mean, I could mention how Lil was really there and really supportive as well, but everyone was really supportive. I do like the fact that a lot of the ideas they took was from Lil, which is good. I mean, it shows that she's like a smart character, and we don't really we didn't really dig into like Lil's character that much throughout the series, and it's good to see that it's like usually it's like her ideas that they do, like taking Chucky to the comic book store to get a new comic superhero, and then it was like then it was her idea to try to convince the creator to like continue writing the comics. So I really do like that it was like Lil's idea on this stuff. Now beyond all that, I mean, this episode was great. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. Though I think Rat Traps is better, and that episode did get a 10 out of 10 as well, this episode is different in the terms of how it's structured, and it really just focuses on like Chucky's character and how his friends like supported him in that and everything. And it really, the moral of it, of like helping others when something bad happens to you, is like kind of the best way to deal with it. Really like that more. I really like them talking about like Chucky's mom like and dying and stuff like that. So I thought it's different, and it's like similar in like character development of Chucky, of Rat Traps, but it's different enough that it's hard to compare it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyway, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 like I said. And thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. See you in the next one. Bye.